The results tonight have been phenomenal in record numbers. This is a record. There's never been anything like it. To support our incredible movement, have won Georgia.
Because this is the breaking news of the last 30 minutes or so. Joe Biden now pulling ahead in Georgia.
We're up by 2.5% or 117,000 votes with only 7% left. They're never going to catch us. They can't catch us. Likewise,
Or so. Joe Biden now pulling ahead in Georgia.
They're going to catch us. They can't catch us.
They're going to catch us. They can't catch us.
Most importantly, we're winning Pennsylvania by a tremendous amount of votes. We're up 600. Think of this. Think of this. Think of this. We're up 690,000 votes in Pennsylvania. 690,000. These aren't even close. It's not like, oh, it's close. With
the Democratic candidate, Joe Biden, has taken the lead in the count underway in the key state of Pennsylvania.
It's impossible to catch. And we're coming into good Pennsylvania areas where they happen to like your president. I mean, it's like very good. So we'll probably expand that.
The Democratic candidate, Joe Biden, has taken the lead in the count underway in the key state of Pennsylvania.
So we'll probably expand that. We're winning Michigan, but I'll tell you, I looked at the numbers. I said, whoa. I said, wow.
Hey, Hoda, good morning. Yeah, with more than 5 million votes cast, Democrats put a big piece of their blue wall back in place with this projected victory here in Michigan. It's quiet.
And we're winning Wisconsin, so we're winning. We don't need all of them.
And CBS News is projecting Joe Biden has won the state of Wisconsin and its 10 electoral votes.
And we have all these announcers saying, what happened? And then they said, oh, because you know what happened? They knew they couldn't win. So they said, let's go to court. And did I predict this, Newt? Did I say this? I've been saying this from the day I heard they were going to send out tens of millions of ballots. I said exactly, because either they were going to win, or if they didn't win, they'll take us to court. So Florida.
The issue here is that President Trump is realizing more and more that really his only shot at hanging on to the presidency is through litigation and potentially taking that litigation all the way up to the Supreme Court. I do have to say that most, if not all of these cases really lack merit. And
as the president said, I'm going to take this to the Supreme Court. That's just factually speaking, constitutionally, that's not how that works. You begin somewhere else, and maybe it gets there, maybe it doesn't.
No, that voter fraud just isn't a threat to American democracy, right? We know based on empirical data that it just doesn't happen on a wide scale. But what is a threat to our democracy is voter suppression and voter intimidation, all of which it seems like President Trump is really condoning at this point.
When he made those remarks, and we were already seeing that voter suppression, voter intimidation, some of those things were going on.
To show you an example of what I think is a very sinister attempt to suppress democracy, and it's a scene in Arizona where armed Trump protesters, armed with semi-automatic rifles in many cases, were being very intimidating to people inside counting votes. And in fact, a local reporter tweeted that she had been personally threatened by one of the protesters saying, we know where you live.
North Carolina, big victory with North Carolina. And so we won there. We lead by 76,000 votes with almost nothing left. And all of a sudden everything just stopped. This is a fraud on the American public. This is an embarrassment to our country. We were getting ready to win this election. Frankly, we did win this election.
Brett Baer, Martha McCallum, Martha McCallum, Martha McCallum, Martha McCallum.
The Fox News decision desk can now project that former Vice President Joe Biden will win Pennsylvania and Nevada, putting him over the 270 electoral votes he needs to become the 46th president of the United States.
NBC News has projected that Joe Biden has won the election.
An era-defining moment for the Democrats if they're able not only to win those traditional states that always favored them in the Rust Belt.
Right now, that and turning on your television to find out that Joe Biden has been elected the 46th president of the United States.
We want the law to be used in a proper manner. So we'll be going to the U.S. Supreme Court, saying this from the day if they didn't win, they'll take us to court. So we'll be going to the U.S. Supreme Court. If they didn't win, they'll take us to court. So we'll be going to the U.S. Supreme Court. We want all voting to stop. We don't want them to find any ballots at 4 o'clock in the morning and add them to the list.
He's extending the voting period. This is more conspiracy theory rhetoric. This is more Donald Trump trying to get into the heads of those uneducated voters.
Very sad moment. And we will win this. And as far as I'm concerned, we already have won it. So I just want to thank you. If they didn't win, they'll take us to court. So
people who are asking Donald Trump, will you concede? That's premature. And I don't see any news outlets asking Joe Biden that same question. And I wonder why not.
I guess because he's in the lead. But anyway, generality.
If they didn't win, they'll take us to court. So